here from Rhythm and Tunes Piano School. Just jumping on here this afternoon. Just wanted to share a conversation that I had with one of my students this morning. My Wi-Fi is playing up a little bit, so hopefully I'll get through this. If not, I'll come back later because might be windy or something outside. It's just not working very well today. Anyway, so yes, one of the things we do here as part of the program that we unfold to students is build up a repertoire of 30 to 50 songs in the first 6 to 12 months from memory. So one of the, what I think is the secret sauce of how that's possible is that we just take the sound out of the learning process, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive for a music class, but students receive what we call a keypad in their student home materials resource pack that they get upon enrolling into lessons here. And it basically is just a paper cut out of a keyboard, a paper cut out of a piano. And so what we do is we process fragments of those songs and those pieces of that repertoire that we're learning onto the keypad silently. So I'm always saying to students, it's really important that you take the sound out of the learning process, and that gives your brain some room and some space to purely focus on the pattern, or maybe it's a sentence we're learning, or maybe we're looking at 3 different notes that form a particular shape in our hand, and really spend time processing the segments and the fragments of the song silently on the keypad. So this is what I use in class. It's a little bit more fancy, but it's still a silent keypad. And we would spend time just processing the song on our laps. You can see that students sit at the back of the class there, around on the chairs there, and I've got one of these up on the wall, and I'm just demonstrating whatever part of the song is that we're learning at that point in time. And so I guess the conversation that I had with this lady this morning, she's a really lovely person who's come through my Music on Steroids program. And she's just been away, and she didn't have access to a piano or a keyboard at all where she was. And so she took her paper cutout cardboard piano with her. And as she's watching the videos, which is also part of the student home materials, she's having this real aha moment in that she is really laser focusing in on the shape or the pattern or the sentence, and she's realizing that this is really quite a powerful process, because it's much easier for her brain to absorb the information initially in the learning process without worrying about the sound. So I personally believe that our oral memory, I think it's great to have the ability to play by ear. I'm not saying that we wouldn't want to develop that skill as well. But in my experience, our oral memory just doesn't seem to be as strong as the procedural memory that we train in lessons here in the studio. So procedural memory is the same memory that you would use to just go from point A to point B, say in the car. You know, if you're going into the city, your landmark is to turn left, say at the Target, and right at the pub, and you know you're going to get to your destination. It's the same memory we would use to just walk through a door. We just know which way to open the door handle, to turn the door handle. The same memory we would use to tie our shoelaces. The same memory we would use to button our shirt. So it's this real intuitive, subconscious, natural type of memory. I taught my daughter how to make me a cup of tea a couple of years ago, and she just sort of stepped through methodologically through the steps. She certainly didn't need a set of notes or anything to remind her. So there's this real natural, innate style of memory that we train here. In fact, a few years, how long ago was it now? I'm not very good with times or years, but let's say a couple of years ago, when Pink was here in Adelaide. Her band actually put on a masterclass, and I was fortunate enough to attend that. And it was a really incredible night of all of those amazing musicians giving presentations, telling their stories, you know, playing some music. And then afterwards we had the opportunity to mingle with them and ask them questions and speak with them. So I spoke to Pink's guitarist, Justin Derrico, and I just said to him, like, what's your opinion on people who desperately want to play by ear? Because I had a number of students at that point in time who were just sort of like pecking around trying to find the right note on the piano, as opposed to using this process. And, you know, I just wanted his opinion on that. And he said he played by ear for years, and that really served him well for, you know, that period of time. However, when he got his job on The Voice, he had such a incredible workload and an amazing amount of music to learn that there is no way his aural memory was able to support him and allow him to do his job on that TV show. So he had to do something different apart from rely on his aural memory. And so in his case, he had to go off and learn how to read music. So oral memory versus procedural memory, I think procedural memory will always win, hands down. Yeah, what do you think? Do you play by ear? Have you ever heard of procedural memory? Did you know you were even using procedural memory in your everyday life? Let me know. It's the same memory also that we would use to even drive a car. So I see it so often where we feel a little bit clumsy and klutzy when we first learn how to drive until we find our way around. And over a fairly short period of time, we just develop this natural ability, and it becomes automatic. That's probably the best analogy I can give you of the process that we use here. Even though in the initial learning stages it might be a little bit slow and cumbersome, all of a sudden something just clicks and people are, you know, playing these 30 to 50 songs beautifully, musically, without needing to really, you know, think about it too hard at all. So that makes it kind of fun. If you're interested in finding out any more information about the program that that I teach here, by all means, just send me a message on this page, pop your phone number in that message, and I'm happy to give you a call with some details of the next free introductory session. Other than that, have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.